Welcome back to The Purpose Works. This is a really fun, interesting video. I get asked this question quite often in terms of personal branding, and a piece of personal branding is people ask me, what do I wear to a panel discussion? What do I wear to a major business event? What do I wear on an interview? What do I even just wear to work? And I think people are recognizing that making first impressions comes through how we present ourselves. And so I want to underscore too, it's not only what we wear, but it's also just sort of our own way that we kind of walk in a room, and I think that manners are significantly important. But when it comes to any of that, what I always suggest to people is don't change anything about kind of who you are, what your values are, how you want to represent yourself. The thing that is important to recognize is what are people picking up from you, that you want them to pick up, and maybe people are picking up things that you didn't even realize that are kind of getting in your way. And there's some interesting statistics as it relates to kind of presentation. One that I think is really interesting is that people make decisions within 7 seconds. So that notion of first impression is really important. You probably haven't even said a word yet, and already people are deciding about certain impressions that they may have about you. And any kind of work situation is all built on trust and relationships. And so that sense of trust and camaraderie is already beginning to happen just as you walk in a room. It may be how you walk in a room, or where you sit in the conference room, or kind of how you even shake hands. But here's the importance that those first impressions, and it's something kind of what we all do. You're sitting on the subway, someone jostles you, you're making an impression about that person and you don't even know who they are. So let's go through some of the statistics so that you can realize how important presence is in any kind of important dynamic. 93% of a person's impression is how it looks to that other person. So do I feel some sense of camaraderie, or do I feel some one-upsmanship, or do I feel that I can't actually be at that same caliber? And so we make all kinds of fast kind of subconscious decisions just by that kind of what we see versus kind of what we even say. In terms of those dynamics, 73% of people said it was about good grooming that makes their decision if they want to work with somebody or not. So if you're asked to work on a project, or someone's kind of thinking about you for maybe a promotion or a relocation, how you present yourself, so it's not even kind of what you wear, but kind of that sense of good grooming is significantly important. If you're in that process of a transition and you're thinking about going through an interviewing process, 69% of hiring managers say that dressing appropriately is one of the major reasons that they make a decision about someone's candidacy. And they also say that those people that are more polished and present themselves well are likely to receive 20% increases in salary. So all the things that we think that we don't want to pay attention to in terms of how we dress actually impacts people's decisions. So someone once said to me that we're always in sales no matter what we do, whether we're negotiating with a family member or working with other people. But when we think about our colleagues inside and outside of our organization, as we said, it's about developing that trust and respect for one another. So think about this. It's not so much what you wear. And as I say, you need to continue to have that individuality, but it's how you want to present yourself, whether it's good grooming, good manners. It's a demonstration of your integrity, your respect, and your sense of responsibility. So go back to the beginning of our conversation and kind of think about, are you communicating in ways that you want people to reflect back on you in the ways that you would like? So as they say, if you look good, you feel good, and you're able to actually do pretty amazing things. And that's what this is really all about. Go out and do all those amazing things. So if you found this video thoughtful, insightful, of value, share it with others and like it below.